Nuria, you're freaking out? Why are you freaking out? I'm a little bit late to the game because this kiosk stuff, I need to give it up. I keep missing things. I would have been on it 2 hours prior, but I was doing the kiosk stuff. I feel like I keep missing, screwing up my channel. Anyway, how's everybody? Oh my god, huge news. If anybody's here, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. Hey stars, hey Nuria. Thank God that I took a break from the kiosk crap. I took a break and I went looked at my phone, or I probably wouldn't have known until tomorrow or whatever. Because I'm, oh, I really am wanting to give up on this other project I'm working on. But anyway, hey Rich, hey Z, Laura, yes, this is huge news. Christine, teen. Let me wait like 2 more minutes. People come in, so I don't have to replay and reread stuff, dude. But I'll just say real quick, he's been named as a suspect. Um, Holy crap! Like some of the stuff that came out, just wait. If you guys haven't been, just wait for a minute. It's pretty interesting. Well, there's a bunch of articles. I'm trying to think which one to do. Okay, so I'm trying to find, you know what I'll do actually? I have stuff ready, but I want to look at one more thing while I'm waiting for you guys to come in. Hold on. And then we'll start 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, so let's start off by reading this TMZ article. I mean, there's a bunch of news sources doing it, but this TMZ article, and I'm going to read NBC article, then we'll play a couple videos. Hey, Cat Mouse. Yeah. Wait, you mean like for them to announce that? Or what do you mean? For them to actually give us some information about it? Yes. On what? Hey, Dr. JW. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick. I need to get my stars thing all back. Somehow my let me show you real quick. My like screensavers or whatever wallpaper. I don't know how it was like on the universe and the stars. Somehow it's on ducks now. um well, we could do both. TMZ, LAPD, I don't know. They all have it. I don't think it matters. I mean, I have both of them we could read. I was just gonna read the TMZ one first, then LAPD. Um, Unless you want me to do it the other way around. uh, okay. No, I'm gonna do the TMZ first because it has that extra detail that the one I have don't have. Okay, so here we go. Let me move it over here. Alrighty. But if you think about it, TMZ was right over SF Investigates, because SF Investigates was like she wasn't dismembered. I don't think she was dismembered because this, that, and that, and the other. And then I actually even repeated what he said, and he was trying to make it seem like TMZ was wrong, but it's looking like TMZ was right about that. Okay, so I should have just went with my gut from past cases with him. Okay, so let's read this first. All right, so David is viewed as a suspect in the death of Celeste Rivas, the teenager who was found decomposing in his Tesla. Law enforcement sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ. As far as we know, there is no paperwork classifying David as a suspect, but as one of our sources told us, investigators are looking at David as a suspect. We're also told they are viewing Celeste's death as a homicide, even though the medical examiner has yet to determine the cause or manner of death. Investigators are still awaiting toxicology results. One source claims the police investigation revealed that around the spring of 2025, David took a trip in the middle of the night to a remote area of Santa Barbara County and remained there for several. Source that information. It also is unclear why a spring trip would be on LAPD's radar. We have not yet been able to find a photo of or video of Celeste since September 2024. David was living in the Hollywood Hills in a rental home. Cops searched the property for blood evidence, and his Tesla was abandoned on a nearby street and towed to an impound lot where Celeste's body was later found in the front trunk. Celeste's body was decomposed when it was found in a plastic bag in early September, and our sources say it looks like the body was cut up and that the manner in which Celeste was dismembered strongly suggests whoever did it had help from other people. It's unclear if cops have any suspects besides David. LAPD told us Monday that they are not close to making an arrest. We reached out to David's camp. So far, no word back. Okay, hold on. Let me go. I just want to see something. All right, so let me go to I'll go to. They're all reporting on it. I mean, whatever you want, we could just click on a bunch of them, and sometimes you'll get like a extra piece of information in one that's. Oh shoot. I haven't had a chance to really look through a bunch of them yet because I just took a break and I saw this and I hurry up and got ready and jumped jumped on this. Okay, so this singer David identified as suspect in connection with death of Celeste Rivas. LAPD says singer has been identified as suspect in connection with the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. Video broadcast Tuesday, November 18th on NBC News at 3 p.m. Singer David has been identified as a suspect in connection with the death of 15-year-old Celeste, whose decomposed remains were found in September inside a Tesla at the Los Angeles tow yard. According to LAPD source, the same source that said that the 20-year-old artist has not been cooperative in the investigation. So he hasn't been cooperative. Police tell NBC4 investigates that Celeste's death likely occurred in the spring and that David likely had help in dismembering and disposing of the body. Celeste, who disappeared in the Lake Elsinore area last year, was identified through forensics. The medical examiner is still working to determine a cause of death. She was last seen April 5th in the western Riverside County community. Details about the circumstances surrounding her disappearance were not immediately available. Her decomposed body was found September 8th. They reported a strong odor. They found, when they opened the front trunk, referred to as frunk, and found the remains in a bag, police said. Law enforcement sources told NBC News that the remains were not intact. The romantic homicide singer's tour, which began August 5th, was in Minneapolis at the time of the body's discovery, with a stop in Kansas the next day. The Tesla was impounded after someone reported it was abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, where neighbors say it had been parked for more than a month. LAPD has treated the case as a death investigation. David's tour, which included a scheduled show in Los Angeles at the Greek Theater, was later canceled. Celeste's brother told NBC LA earlier this year that the family members who still live in Lake Elsinore were aware that the girl knew David. Matthew Rivas said when his sister disappeared, she was on her way to see a movie with him, but never returned. David, whose legal name is David Burke, is a singer-songwriter who rose to fame with viral hits on TikTok, where he has 3.6 million followers. That success led to signings with Darkroom and Interscope Records. Born in Queens, New York, Burke moved to Texas in his early teens and gained a following on YouTube, playing Fortnite and other online games. He started creating original music, some of which went viral on TikTok. He released his debut album Withered in April and embarked on a world tour. In an interview on the Zach Sang show, David said the four substituted for the A in his name, was for search engine optimization and a representation of 4 cinematic universes with various characters that he was creating. I can't stand him. I can't. This, oh, I guess we could go to NBC real quick, but it just, ugh. He makes it just makes me mad. Very mad. I'll play this video. Why a couple clips. Actually, you know what? That's ABC. I should just bring up NBC for the video. I'm sure they have a clip because they're the ones. Hold on one second. Oh, that was NBC. What am I talking about? But I'm gonna play NBC's.
Now to some other.
Make sure this is a new one. No, that's the month one. So I guess ABC is the one that has a. Here, let me play this while I look for NBC's video clip. If you want to watch a video clip, but let me just play this real quick.
Hey everybody, we just broke a big story, a huge story really, on the website in the David investigation, in the investigation into Celeste Rivas's death. I know everyone has been waiting to hear something about this. It has been 2 months since Celeste's decomposing body was found in David's Tesla. And now we know, if you for 1 second thought that the police had forgotten about this and this case was not going to be solved, we now know that the police have been working diligently on this case. And here's what we have found out from our law enforcement sources. David is viewed as a suspect in this case. That may seem obvious, but remember, they have not publicly said anything like that. They have not even said publicly that he is a person of interest. We've spoken to several well-placed sources in law enforcement, and they say that in the investigation, they are viewing him as a suspect. Another thing is they're viewing this as a homicide. We told you more than a month ago that the key thing here is police were waiting to get the medical examiner report back, and they wanted to find out the manner and cause of death. They wanted that from the medical examiner because the reality is at this point, yes, they know that her body was decomposing, that it was chopped up, but they don't know how she died. And they were waiting for those results. We are told they still do not have toxicology results from the medical examiner's office. However, what investigators do know so far is leading them to treat this as a homicide. They're still waiting for the medical examiner report to back that up, but they are viewing David as a suspect and viewing this as a homicide. So there's something else here that's 2 more things we got to tell you about. And one of them has to do with the fact that there could be other arrests here. David may not be the only person that they end up arresting in this case. And we'll tell you why in just a moment. Now, here is another very key fact that we have been told, that in the spring of 2025, they have information, police do, about David going to Santa Barbara County, a remote area of Santa Barbara County. That's how it was described to us, that he went to this remote area, spent several hours there, and then returned to LA. Don't know anything more at this point. Don't know. Spring of 2025 is a long way from September, early September, when her body was found in the Tesla. So we don't know yet what exactly that direct connection is, if there's a direct connection to the case, but they have this information about him going to that remote area, and they are trying to find out more about that. So what I'd said about other arrests. So again, they don't have the manner of death yet. They don't have the cause of death. What we're told, though, is the manner in which the body was dismembered leads police to believe that whoever did that to Celeste had help, that it was not something that whoever the person is who did it could have done by themselves, and likely, we're told, did have help. Now, we are not being told that there are any other people they are viewing as a suspect. We're not told that there are other persons of interest, just that what they've seen with the body and how it was dismembered, it likely they feel was not done by one person. So right now, again, just to recap, David viewed as a suspect by investigators on this case. They view this as a homicide, still waiting for the ME's report to back up the fact that her cause of death is a homicide. And this mysterious Santa Barbara trip in the spring of 2025, I think that is going to be interesting if police can find out more. And then the final question is, who else was involved in dismembering Celeste's body? Don't have an arrest yet, but this is a good sign for people waiting to see if there is going to be justice for Celeste. You know, a lot of times when these cases drag out, people start to think the police aren't doing any work. We saw this with Brian Koberger in Idaho, and then it turned out the police had been diligently covering all their bases here to try and get bring someone to justice. Maybe that is going to happen for Celeste Rivas and her family after all. Of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel to get all the latest on this case.
Okay, that was so weird. The chat was not moving, and then it just jumped up with everything. So hold on, let me read what you guys were writing. That's what I was like, are you guys there? It just stopped. All right, let me see. Hold on. Hey, Ada Ryan. This one started. Oh, cool, Mrs. Mel Diane. What can that even mean? They couldn't have dismembered her alone. I'm guessing it was well, that's a good point, because he would have had like months to do it. I was thinking like it would be too much work, but if he had like a ton of time to do it, it could be one person. But maybe it was so like, I don't know, stars. That's a good question. I was thinking like, as it was just so, maybe it would have been so much work, but I mean, he would have had, I mean, who knows how many months he would have had to do it. Who do you think helped? They're probably freaking out. And dude, like, so he's in Texas. They better have eyes on him, because he could go right across the border to Mexico. And I think what's the issue is they need that toxicology. They don't have like a super strong enough case, or that they feel like they could make an arrest yet. So I'm sure they're trying to get it so they could just make that arrest. And I bet you it's the toxicology that's holding them back right now. They want to make sure and see what that says. But at least this confirms pretty much that she was dismembered. So that would be a felony, because I was so worried that there was a possibility that he would just get the concealment misdemeanor, no jail time. So at least at the minimum, he's going to get it as a felony. And with this kind of thing going on, I think the judge would give him the max on that. But I think they're going to be able to have a strong enough case, in my opinion. I mean, oh, it makes me mad. Are you serious? Wow. I haven't even looked. I've been busy doing another project here. I haven't. Wow. Okay. Hi, Flojo. What's up? Um. Okay. So let me play just a quick the ABC clip, and then I'm gonna go over a few screenshots that. Hold on one second. Where's that? Where they at? Where they at? ABC. I can't find an ABC video. Or an NBC. There's a quick
Now to some breaking news.
ABC.
Singer David now considered a suspect in the death investigation of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. A source with knowledge of the investigation telling Eyewitness News the 14-year-old was found dead on September 8th in the trunk of a Tesla registered to the singer. After investigators found the remains, the LAPD executed a search warrant at a Hollywood Hills home where David had been staying. We still don't know how or when the teenager died. Sources are telling ABC News David is not cooperating with the investigation and has never cooperated despite what his PR reps have claimed. We will have more on these breaking developments throughout the afternoon on Eyewitness News, on air and online.
Now, my questions are here. Okay. So hold on. Let me put this in. Okay. So we know he makes the trip there. What does he do there? Is that where he dismembers her? Or is there, we don't even know if, like, what was her whole body there? Because the first report we initially got was, what was it? Torso and head, or head and torso, right? But then, you know, they found the tattoo on her hand, and it's like, just, they've never officially said. So it's like, did he go where, why did he go to that place? If it was involved in the murder or whatever, was it to dismember her? Was it to kill her? Was her part of her body not in the trunk? Maybe. Do you think he did, like, maybe, do we know if the head was in the trunk? Because maybe he was trying to do it in a way where they couldn't identify her if they found her. I don't know. So did he get rid of some of her and when he went out there, or what did he do out there? You know what I'm saying? But with us not knowing if everything was in the trunk, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I wish we knew. I wish they would just tell us, like, was it all of her, or was there some pieces that he could have got rid of somewhere else? You know, I don't know. What do you guys think? What have you guys heard? Let's see. Yeah, you would think, Emily. So you would think that he wouldn't keep her hand there with the tattoo, because that was the main identifier. Well, maybe not the main one. I mean, they would have been able to identify her, but that was one of the things, right? So I don't know. Or wait, was that? I mean, yeah, I guess no, not a lot of people would even have known she had that on her finger, though. Anyway, right? Yeah, I think so too. Ugh, makes me sick. No, I mean, now we're getting a different story. No, originally they said dismembered. Then Steve is the one, SF Investigates is the one that came out and said, no, look at the wording. They don't mean that, just because the way he was reading into how they worded it. And he's like, look, they worded it like this. So I would think that, I don't think they meant she was dismembered, but the original one made it seem like dismembered, I feel like. And now more information is coming out, and it looks like she probably was dismembered. Um, so, yeah. Yeah, that's what that's where I just realized the tattoo wasn't the identifier. Nobody, not it. I mean, people didn't realize she even had a tattoo. I mean, some people would have known, but yeah, I caught that. I'm like, wait, that was one thing they said, but that wasn't a thing that was a well-known thing by everybody. Did her family know she had that? I forget. Maybe her family did know she had that tattoo. I can't even remember now. But yeah, let me bring up my stuff here. So, like, do you remember what we were going over? No, I better keep it over here. Last live. The whole maybe Coachella, maybe around April. Let's see. Let's look at this real quick. Hold on one second. I'm bringing my file up here. Okay, so let me share my screen again. All right, hold on one second, guys. Okay, so let's go to, this is the one I wanted right here. So remember this, his leaked Telegram contact list. Remember, we were saying future wifey, probably Celeste, last seen April 17th, 2025. And then thinking, was that maybe the time that it happened? Because she wasn't seen after that, at least on Telegram, right? So that's kind of interesting. Now we know springtime. Now they didn't give us a month of when he was out there. But I mean, there's some reason that the cops and the people that have all the information doing the investigation think springtime is when this happened, right? So we have April 17th, the last time that I mean, we're guessing that is Celeste, that's future wifey, right? Last time she's seen on Telegram, 417, okay? And then you have this guy right here that's a judge. If this is that David Sotillo, I mean, I know there could be other people with the same name, but there is a judge in the area named David Sotillo. He was last seen June 20th, 2025. So, I mean, was David talking to him about this stuff? I mean, I don't know if he would have. I'm trying to think how that would work. Um, I mean, who knows? But this is this guy right here. I mean, I don't know if he would though, because I mean, then he was trying to hide it. So would he really tell him about it before they even found her? Or maybe he knows, maybe this guy's a really good friend of the family and he confided in him. I don't know, but he's a judge. Um, Most recently served in the Stanley Moss Courthouse of the Los Angeles Superior Court, where he managed a large unlimited civil independent calendar court provided over jury and bench trials, motions, discovery, and settlement conferences. So malpractice, let's see. SAA, public official, private. I mean, I don't know. Might not be relevant, might be, who knows? It could be a different David Sotillo, but it's still interesting, to discuss, because I mean, it could be. What do you guys, I don't know what you guys feel about that. I have like mixed feelings. I mean, I feel like as far as, because what would he be talking to him about it? Maybe after the effect, maybe he's friends with him, maybe friends with the family. And now that he's in this trouble, maybe he's going to use them to help. But I don't know if he would have been talking to him about it then, because he wouldn't have been caught yet. So who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Just something to think about. Here's his seasoned decision maker with over 3 decades of applied skills, real world legal expertise, or legal experience, sorry, as superior court judge, court commissioner, deputy district attorney, a thoughtful, committed advocate of fairness and legal integrity. His expertise covers a very broad range of civil and criminal matters. So, I mean, if this is that guy and they're friends, like with the family, or he's friends with David, that would be concerning, because gosh, I hope he doesn't get off, because of, a lot of the times it's people, you can get away with murder basically if you know the right people. It's ridiculous. But so that's interesting. What else? So then we have this. Coachella was in April. Remember we went over that? And first let me go over this right here. We know this was from April 2nd. Right here, it had Celeste purse, remember? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. So we have this. If no one wants to do Grammy, I will do it myself for our glorious King LeBron. But anyway, with that purse. When is this from? I don't know why I have that in there from the April stuff, but it's just him and Celeste. But that's, hold on a second. Oh, here's another one. There's some of the ones from him and Celeste, but okay, so let me go back 1 second. Then we have this. If you remember this, this is, somebody found this on a YouTube site. I don't know, some site. It wasn't for this purpose, but they on the part of their video, they must have been driving and videoing it. And this is May 14th, which I strongly believe this is David's Tesla. It's on the same road and close to the same exact spot as it was towed from. Obviously it was moved around a few times in between, but so that's interesting, because now if this did happen in April, that means, was Celeste already in there at this time, or did they have her somewhere else then put her in there? Like, wonder, here's another thought. Maybe they, or he or they did go and get rid of her somewhere in a remote place in Santa Barbara. Then they started getting nervous and went back, and no, because they would have said that, I bet you they would have said he returned there. You know what I'm saying? And he went back there twice or whatever, but I don't know. I'm trying to, all right. And then the, Coachella, my eye is twitching. I hate that. So Coachella. So remember, Coachella was April. Let me go see what yours. So Coachella was April 12th, 13th, and 14th, and then April 19th, 20th, 21st. We know he was at both of them. There's pictures of him, post with him that both. So it's just the one, he looks really strung out. Hold on, let me show you. Actually, I could just hit over. I don't know what order they're in. That's the April one. Oh, that's that. We'll talk about that in a minute. So here's the one. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to clarify something. But so here is, it says liked by Maximilian Polo. That's that photographer guy. Remember I was talking about? It says, my first Coachella was so fun. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. This is the April 20th. Okay. And then this, hold on. Here's another one from April 20th. And then this one right here. As a man, how many Coachella photo dumps am I allowed to post? Now, this is the one I feel like on this one, this is April 15th. So this was probably the first. 12, 13, 14th. Oh, no, this would have been probably that night of the last one, because going into the 15th, it was probably after midnight, right? Because it was 13th, 14th, and 15th. Anyway, so this one, he looks really high. Wait, this is wait, it's pretty baby staring Brooke Shields. Oh, I was wondering, I was trying to figure that out. Okay. So his shirts are kind of interesting that he wore at Coachella. So this one is from the movie, I guess, 13. Brooke Shields starred in it. And let me see if I have here. I forgot to send that one to me. Hold on a second. That's why I was so confused, because I was like, that's not the. Hold on one second. I gotta just send me one more thing. Guys, just bear with me. Okay. Oh, why am I getting confused? Okay, sorry. Holly Hunter, Nikki Reed, Evan, Rachel Wood did 13. Okay. I don't even know what Pretty Baby was about, though. These shirts have some kind of relevance. I'm just trying to learn here. This one was from the 13 movie. Brooke Shields played in the Pretty Baby movie. Sorry, I got it confused. I haven't seen any of the movies. That's why I guess they're like, I probably should have seen them, but I haven't. So just bear with me. I'm just getting it straight. Reddit, RIA. It's helping me here texting because okay, so this is, see, this is supposedly, I guess this shirt is this one. Stunning, shocking, superbly. So he's wearing it that, and then the yellow shirt is the Pretty Baby. Is that what it's called again? I need to watch these. A Pretty Baby starring Brooke Shields. Okay. It's a child prostitution movie. 13 is a movie about teenagers using drugs, having sex. Okay, I see. Okay. Anyway, so interesting choice of clothes. This is what's his name, son, right? Barker, Travis Barker. Is that his name? You said. And then this yellow shirt here. Those didn't end up sending to me. Gosh darn it. I sent them as I was getting ready and they didn't show up. The yellow shirt pictures. Oh, I have, you know what though? I have them from last time. Hold on. I have them on my, let me just grab them from my last live. Or 2 lives ago. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. So that was under my, this one. Okay, so Coachella, here it is. Well, I guess I never did send it to me from last time. I must have not even went over it last time. I thought I did. Hold on, let me send these to me. Then I will have to send them to me. But it's this yellow shirt right here. It's from Pretty Baby. I don't know. I guess I don't need to. Like right here. I'll just screenshot it and send it really quick. Give me 1 minute. Okay, now it's being sent. So I guess it's from a movie, Pretty Baby. That one's about child prostitution. So the one he wears on is about 13, which is kids having sex and drugs, and then that Pretty Baby is the child prostitution one, I guess. So they're kind of interesting. Here is the close up of it here. So that's that. But I wanted to play. This is what I'm not sure. So RIA, you sent me the one him performing the Afterlife, but it's different than the one I played on my live. I don't know which one is from April. I thought when people were talking about him getting emotional on that song in April on Discord when I was going over it the last live, I was thinking they were referring to the one I played. So I don't know which one's from April, but I want to replay that because that's interesting. I remember I even said, I think this is since like, it feels like this is real emotion with him getting emotional. At least the one I played. I haven't got a chance to really watch the one you sent me. I kind of watched it real quick as I was getting ready. But let me play this for you guys and remind you here. I love you from the left. I love you. Thank you. Yeah, Slow Joe. I read it. I read it second. I read TMZ first and then the NBC one second. Right here. This one, right? I read it second, but I don't think you were here yet. Is this one? This is NBC. Yeah, I read it. Did I miss some of it or something? I didn't read like these little highlights, but I read the whole article. Let me make sure I missed. Law enforcement said that the remains were not intact. I could read it again if people are just coming in. Do you want me to? How many people want me to read it again? Anyway, so does anybody know when that's from? Is that the one from April? Because RI sent me this one, and I had not seen this one before. Let me play the one they sent me. So I don't know which one's which. Right here.
This song is like the craziest song to sing ever because it just flows so well. I've never done an acoustic, have I? Nah, it's crazy. Yo, shout out to Mike.
All right, I'll read it again after
Guitar, bro.
this.
He been guitar me
My
for the
eyes
last
twitch.
4 years, bro. Crazy. The outro of the album. Something's missing from inside me. Someone stole what wasn't mine. The devil told me you weren't good for me. My mother told me he would lie.
You know, I'm going to break this up if you guys want to listen to it all because he copyrighted my last live and it sucks because yeah, you could trim it out, but if you trim it out of a live, you lose your live chat. And a lot of people like to go back and watch the live chat. So it's been seeming if I just play like clips, I've been good. But when I play like a whole song, I'm trying to think what was the one that got copyrighted. It was, I can't remember now, but I trimmed it out. But I'll read the article, then I'll play the rest of this because I want to see that he supposedly gets emotional on this one. I haven't really watched this one yet. And this one was in April, I guess. But I'm guessing that one that we just watched before that, where he got choked up, I bet you that was sometimes after, because that came from a real place, in my opinion. He's sick, though. It's not that I'm not giving him like, oh, he got emotional, poor guy. No, it's nothing like that. It's like you are sick, and yeah, he doesn't mean that he's totally void of any feelings, because obviously he sings that, maybe gets a little emotional, and then he's out partying, he's out doing all kinds of things, being all happy, freaking, oh, he makes me mad. Yeah, I know. No, I know. I just played that, but some RII, I can't even say that. Wow. She sent me this. So, and it says, I don't know. It says he gets so emotional. So we'll listen to some of this too. I guess this is the first time he performed. Well, he says it's the first time he performed this live. But yeah, did you see I played that little clip where he got it choked up? They played it again. But we're trying to get it. Do you know the date? Oh, you're saying the date. I'm sorry, your answer. Okay, wait, his first live in Houston. Okay. What do you know what the date is? Oh my god, that went right over my head. You were just answering my question. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something else, like you wanted to listen to that. Like that's the one we should be listening to, so I misunderstood you. Okay. I don't know, Adele. I'm not I don't know. Hey, what was your name before? Because you said you changed your name. What was your name before? Just so I know. That's not the right one. Where is it at? Hold on. I'll just download it again because maybe it'll. There it is. Hold on. I want to see who you were before so I know who you are. Edel Ryan. Oh, okay. Or Edel Ryan or Edel? Was I saying? Obviously, I was the one saying it wrong, right? Because you wouldn't hear anybody else saying it. I mean, as far as in this live. Okay. So here I'm going to reread the NBC, Los Angeles local NBC article. Singer David has been identified as a suspect in connection with the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. Video broadcast Tuesday, November 18th, 2025 on NBC. Actually, we could watch this quick. Let's see what this says. Hold on. We could watch this too. Let's see.
The death of a missing teen. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. An LAPD source with direct knowledge of the investigation told NBC4 Investigates that singer David has been identified as a suspect in connection with the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, and that David is not cooperating with their investigation. This all started on September 8th when a decomposed body was found in the front trunk of a Tesla in a tow yard here in LA. The car was registered to David. It had been impounded after someone reported the vehicle abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. The remains were identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who had been reported missing by her family in Lake Elsinore last year. Police tell NBC4 Investigates that Rivas likely died in the spring and that David likely had helped to dismember and dispose of the body. We're continuing to track new developments in the case. We'll have new details on the NBC4 News at 4. Also,
Oh, I caught it quick. Oh, hold on. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. Is that going to be, there we go. If it comes on, it's muted. All right, let's do this. So what to know? Singer David has been identified as suspect in connection with the death of a 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, according to an LAPD source with direct knowledge of the investigation. The Lake Elsinore girl's decomposed body was found September 8th in the front trunk of a Tesla impounded at a Los Angeles tow yard. The car was impounded after someone reported it was abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, where neighbors say it had been parked for more than a month. LAPD source with direct knowledge of the investigation told NBC4 Investigates that the Houston artist has not been cooperative in the investigation. Police tell NBC Investigates that Celeste's death likely occurred in the spring and that David likely had help in dismembering and disposing of the body. I'm going to read the rest. Let me take a sip of this water really quick. Singer David has been identified as a suspect in connection with the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, whose decomposed remains were found in September inside a Tesla at the Los Angeles tow yard, according to an LAPD source with direct knowledge of the investigation. Now, he is shaking. He's got, that's the thing. He's got a lot of money. He's by the border. Nothing to lose because pretty much you get charged with murder. If he knows that he murdered her, he's get charged with murder. That's his whole life. So you really have nothing to lose crossing that border. They need to act quick. I don't care. Here's the thing. What's the chances he's gonna want like the speedy trial? You know what I'm saying? They want to be prepared because everybody has a right to the speedy trial. So if they say, yeah, we want it, and they're not prepared, then they're screwed. But like, come on, you're gonna have time. I'm just nervous now. Now that they announced it, this is when they need to keep tabs on him, because now that it's known that he's a suspect, he might run, guys. I think they should just arrest him and charge him at least with, I don't know. Anyway, the same source said the 20-year-old artist has not been cooperative in the investigation. I already read that. Or charge him with one of the lesser ones now, not the murder, to get him locked up, and then you could add the murder when you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Where was she all that time? Celeste, who disappeared in Lake Elsinore area last year, was identified through forensics. Wait, real quick, when did he get that red Tesla again? Because that could be a good clue. If that was sometime in the spring, I can't remember, then maybe he had her in his Tesla trunk the whole time. Gosh, I remember hearing a date and I can't remember. It's like on the tip of my memory of when they said he got it. Does anybody know offhand? February. Oh, okay. So I was thinking if he got it like, oh, he got it after it happened. So then to be able to, either way, he could have had her in the Tesla and they just not drove it. Anyway, so it says Celeste, who disappeared in the Lake Elsinore area last year, was identified through forensics. The medical examiner is still working to determine the cause of death. She was last seen April 5th, 2024 in Western Riverside County community. Details about the circumstances surrounding her disappearance were not immediately available. Her decomposed body was found September 8th after workers at Hollywood Tow reported a strong odor coming from the Tesla registered to the singer. Officers opened the front trunk, also known as a frunk, and found the remains in a bag, police said. Did they ever, I have a question though. Did they ever say partial remains? Because I really want to know, was it partial or all? Because this says remains. I mean, law enforcement sources told NBC that the remains were not intact. The romantic homicide singer world tour, which began August 5th, was in Minneapolis at the time of the body's discovery, with a stop in Kansas City the next day. The Tesla was impounded after someone reported it was abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, where neighbors say it had been parked for more than a month. So but I mean, I'm trying to think because if that was their main, I just wonder if he like just kept moving it around in that time and didn't really drive it. The LAPD has treated the case as a death investigation. David's tour, which included a scheduled show in Los Angeles at the Greek Theater, was later canceled. Celeste's brother told NBC LA earlier this year that family members who still live in Lake Elsinore were aware that the girl knew David. Matthew Rivas said when his sister disappeared, she was on her way to see a movie with him, but never returned. David, whose legal name is David Burke, is a singer-songwriter who rose to fame with viral hits on TikTok, where he has 3.6 million followers. That success led to signings with Darkroom and Interscope Records. Born in Queens, New York, Burke moved to Texas in his early teens and gained a following on YouTube playing Fortnite and other online games. He started creating original music, some of which went viral on TikTok. He released his debut album in April, Withered, in April, and embarked on a world tour. in an interview on the Zach Sang show, David said the four substitute for his name was for search engine optimization and representation of four cinematic universes with various characters that he was creating. So, dude, it's like, what? Did he feel like he had to get rid of her before he went on this world tour? Or was it like, I want to know, like, wonder if it was a planned thing or like something that just happened in the moment or he like planned it. So that's the article. You know what we could do? Let's go to his social media and kind of like see at that time period what he was posting again. Because now I'm curious, now that we have somebody saying, oh, what's this?
How old are you?
Oh, okay. Let's watch this. Nuria sent me this interview. This is from July 25th, 2023.
18, just turned 18 in March.
What does it feel like to be 18?
Feels like the last 5
Oh, I'm nervous that music's going to copyright.
years of my life. I haven't aged in like 5 years.
What do you do for a living?
What I do for a living, I exist. And I make a little bit of music on the side.
How did that start?
I wanted to be a professional Fortnite player at first, and then I got copyright strikes. I lost all my money. I told my mom about it, and she was like, make your own music. Next day, hopped into my sister's closet with my iPhone and some earbuds, made my first song called Runaway. After that, my Fortnite peers started posting it in their montages, getting some notoriety in the Fortnite community, and it took off.
Did you make music before?
Nah, not ever.
If you could give one piece of advice to anyone younger than you or your age, what would you say?
You gotta be selfish. As much as selflessness is required to be a good person, you really gotta be selfish. You can't care about anybody else. And then once you start caring about you, then you can care about other people. So I say stay selfish.
I don't care.
Shoot. I shouldn't. You got to be careful on some of these songs. I hope that's not going to copyright me. Dang it. Oh, shoot. I feel like that song is definitely going to copyright me. Ooh, so somebody, KTLA article. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let me show you something, guys. Well, let me send these to me. Hold on, you guys. Somebody had got some clarification. Let's send these to me. Okay. I wasn't sure what you meant. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Since I can't connect my phone, I got to do it the long way and send them. Why doesn't it go to my photos? This is so annoying. It doesn't do what it's supposed to, but so I'm just gonna have to screenshot them. All right, hold on, guys. I want to read you this. And I do want to go through his social media too, guys, and before he starts taking more stuff down. All right, that should send. Okay. I didn't really even get a chance to read it. Let me see here. Dismembered. So here's the article. So you asked for clarification on this article. Somebody did, and let's see what they said. Hold on. So this is the article where it says, dismembered teen girl 15 met David on social media, a former teacher at Lakeland Village School in Lake Elsinore. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Claims Celeste Rivas, whose dismembered remains were found in the trunk of the Tesla, registered to an R&B artist earlier this month. Now, this isn't a new article. This is from September 18th. But she asked for clarification, and I guess they responded. But let me see. Whose dismembered remains found in the Tesla, registered an R&B artist. According to the science teacher who spoke with the outlet, Rivas had ran away early in 2024, a detail earlier confirmed by the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. Teacher In that instance, the teacher said she made her way to Hollywood. The teacher said she made her way to Hollywood after meeting David, a performer with millions of fans and followers who performs under the name David, they met on social media. The police were able to track her down that time and return the 13-year-old girl back to her mother in Lake Elsinore, the teacher claimed. Okay. The teacher now at a different Southern California school can be seen and heard sharing many of these details with his current students. So I'm sure everybody heard that, right? I mean, you guys watched it when it first came out. That was like the big thing that when it first broke. Okay, so Rivas was again reported missing in April 2024, and that was the last he'd heard of her until Wednesday when the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner identified the 15-year-old's remains. Okay. Oh, look, on September 8th, the teen's remains are described by authorities as head and torso. That's what I was saying earlier. That's how they originally said it, were found inside a bag in the trunk of a Tesla impounded at Hollywood Tow. The vehicle had been at the tow yard for about 5 days after it was reported abandoned in Hollywood Hills. Okay. And it says the medical examiner report noted that the teen's body was severely decomposed at the time. Only described the remains as approximately 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighing 71 pounds with dark wavy hair. She was wearing a tube top and had a distinctive tattoo on her right index finger with the letters "sh." And then, okay. Now let me see what the response was. I'm trying to think if I should. Wait, showing him with a girl in Lake Elsinore, not far from the teen home and her family. Searches online when they. David also had the tattoo on his finger. Initial reports said he was cooperating, but on Thursday they said we do not have that information. Okay, hold on. Let me get the other stuff now. The response. Okay. I really haven't got to read this yet, so I don't know what it's going to say, but let's see here. Here, I don't know which one's first either. So the person asked for clarification on this. So it says, I don't know if this one is the first one though, is it? 304. Hold on. I want to read it in order. Yeah, that one would have been the first one. Okay. This would take me a while to backtrack, but early on in the case, I just want to make sure I'm sure. Early on in the case, I believe it was the LA Times who reported that a head and a torso were discovered inside a bag in the trunk, according to a law enforcement source. Now the ME's medical examiner's report did not mention that, said only that a severely decomposed body was found. So it's unclear if Celeste's entire remains were in the trunk or not. This is a question I have asked investigators and never received an answer on. That's crazy. Okay, so thanks for sharing this, because this is what I was just asking, and she shared this because I was like, was it partial or the whole remains? So nobody knows, it looks like. I'm not an expert on decomposition, but by any standard, but it has occurred to me that maybe her body decomposed to the point of falling apart. There are, however, so many questions about this tragedy that I think will never be answered. I remain surprised that there have been no arrests, at least that I'm aware of. I've been off the last several days and not paying attention. A PI has come forward saying he knows who was behind the wheel of the Tesla the night it was abandoned, presumably with Celeste's body in the trunk. Still, no arrests. I don't know if that helps at all, but like you, I have many questions and police are simply not talking. I should add, too, that police said the body was partially dismembered. So that would account for the head and torso found in the bag. but we're not sure if the rest of her remains were also in the trunk. Oh, that's all. Wow. Okay. So that was the clarification on that article that she got. Okay. So let's go see what else. Okay. I want to go to some of his social media and just kind of see, be a little nosy and like look at around that time. Wait, you said Asia's Instagram? Are you sure? Well, here's one of them. Which one is taken down? This one's still up. Let me look at the other ones though. Hold on. Because she has like a bunch of them. Just want to check everything. Okay, Neo Asian. Let's see if Neo's Instagram's still up. Yeah. Here's that July. Let's see. Oh, his only goes to November 20. Well, he doesn't post that much. Doesn't look like. July 6th. Huh. So it goes from March 2024 to May 2025 for post. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to check everybody's 1 second. So we have Neo's. What's this one? Ooh, that's gone. What video was that? There's a video that's gone that I had saved. I can't remember which one that was. Let's see what this is. No, that's that boyfriend of Cassandra's ex-boyfriend. We don't need to really go through his stuff right now, at least. Let's see if this one. Remember this one? This one, the Huz one. It's so like cringy. Where are the Huz? Oh my God, please. I can't. I forget what. Let me see.
What's up, Huz? Special announcement. My brother is seeing his boyfriend tomorrow in Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody wish him a happy coming out day.
How can he be like so hee happy and like normal after he allegedly murdered freaking somebody? Which
We're buzzing.
We need 3.
We need 3 beautiful, bodacious Huz.
Okay, I know I played that too many times. I'm trying to look at the dates here.
This is all right.
No, that has music. I'm not gonna finish.
He needs the Huz.
This is August.
He needs the Huz.
Oh my God.
Make it. Just wanted to remind you guys.
Oh,
To keep digging
the oldest one is from August. So there isn't any. Huh.
Make it. Just wanted to remind you guys to keep digging in your butts. See you on the flip side.
So immature. I mean, what? Okay, that's funny. Is that supposed to be funny? It's not even funny. Oh, this one. I'm not going to play the music to it because that got me Oh, I don't know if it's the visual that got me copyrighted, so I'm not going to play it all. That's that weird one. August 12th. Okay, I'm not going to play anymore because I don't know. I'm not sure what it was. I'm guessing it was the music, but who freaking knows? All right, hold on. Let me bring up some more. I'm just going down the list and clicking on all of them and seeing what we got. So here's his Instagram. I'm going to pull them all over here and then I'll look through them. Hold on. Somebody said which Asia Instagram is gone? Here's one of Asia's TikToks. I'll wait to pull it over there because I don't know if it's going to be anything relevant on that. Ooh, she made one of her TikToks private. Dang it, I wish I would have I would have downloaded some of the videos. I kept saying, like, I should download some of these before these people make them private. She made one of her TikToks private. She's got multiple TikToks, but one of them is private. Shoot. One of them is not. So, you know, it's probably the one that had relevant information that she would make private. Because why would, you know what I'm saying? Why did she make it private? And then hold on. Licky. No. Instagram. Here's another one of her Instagrams. No, that's the same one, the film one. I have it twice. Okay, that one's up, but here's another one. Let's see if this is still up. Yeah, her other Instagram's still here. Somebody said her Instagram was down. That's why I'm looking at hers too. And I'll look at the chat if you're answering me. I'm not looking at it right now because I'm pulling up everything first and then I'll look at it in a minute, okay? All right, let me pull up David's. TikTok. Okay, here's his main one. And then all right, David. Okay, so we have this one. And then I'm just going to get them all over there and then we could just look through them and see if there's anything interesting. And maybe download some of them because if there's anything that is any bit relevant, he's probably going to maybe take it down. I don't know. He might just be screwed already and just be like, I think he's screwed. I was really worried about that too. I was like, I think he's going to get away with it. But no, I guess he's not. Good. Good. All right, one more. I think there's still a couple more, but I'm just going to do one more. I'll do his prayers one.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, here, I'll play this while I'm getting the other ones for you guys.
Just broke a big story, a huge story, really, on the website in the David investigation, in the investigation into Celeste Rivas.
I never introduced myself.
I know everyone has been waiting to hear something about this. It has been 2 months since Celeste's decomposing body was found in David's Tesla. And now we know, you know, if you for 1 second thought that the police had forgotten about this and this case was not going to be solved, we now know that the police have been working diligently on this case. And here's what we have found out from our law enforcement sources. David is viewed as a suspect in this case. That may seem obvious, but remember, they have not publicly said anything like that. They have not even said publicly that he is a person of interest. We've spoken to several well-placed sources in law enforcement, and they say that in the investigation, they are viewing him as a suspect. Another thing is they're viewing this as a homicide. We told you more than a month ago that key thing here is police were waiting to get the medical examiner report back, and they wanted to find out the manner and cause of death. They wanted that from the medical examiner because the reality is at this point, yes, they know that her body was decomposing, that it was chopped up, but they don't know how she died. And they were waiting for those results. We are told they still do not have toxicology results from the medical examiner's office. However, What investigators do know so far is leading them to treat this as a homicide. They're still waiting for the medical examiner report to back that up, but they are viewing David as a suspect and viewing this as a homicide. So there's something else here that's two more things we got to tell you about. And one of them has to do with the fact that there could be other arrests here. David may not be the only person that they end up arresting in this case. And we'll tell you why in just a moment. Now, here is another very key fact that we have been told, that in the spring of 2025, they have information, police do, about David going to Santa Barbara County, a remote area of Santa Barbara County. That's how it was described to us, that he went to this remote area, spent several hours there, and then returned to LA. Don't know anything more at this point. Don't know. Spring of 2025 is a long way from September, early September, when her body was found in the Tesla. So we don't know yet what exactly that direct connection is, if there's a direct connection to the case, but they have this information about him going to that remote area, and they are trying to find out more about that. Hey, everybody, we just broke a big story.
Okay. Thank you. Nuria sent me this real quick. So this gives us when that was, that one that we watched where he really got choked up. Just that little clip that I played on my last live, and I played it on this live. That was April 27th, 2025. And then the one that we didn't watch all of it yet, that one is April 26th. So it was the day after. So April 26th, and he performs it like live on a big stage, April 27th. The one on April 26th is where he's just sitting there. It's like more of like what, an acoustic session or something. I don't know. Provided by BandLab. Okay. Yeah. Wow. And remember, you guys, remember we were going through Discord and he disappears from February to, wait, hold on, I gotta remember here. April, he comes back and posts in April. So he disappears from like February to April, right? And then his new album comes out in April, and he goes into Discord and he promotes his new album. I remember people are like, what, you only come in to promote your stuff. But then he disappeared again from Discord it was November to February, wasn't it? Or something like that. There was 3 months before that where he disappeared. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's normal that he does that with Discord. He drops out and comes back. I'm not sure, but I think something happened in April. And I think that crying, at least that clip from Houston, was because what he did. And just to think, he first performs that. Think about the words of Afterlife. Have you guys heard that whole song? That's freaking crazy. Like, it's just too relatable to what's going on. Hold on. Here's the lyrics for Afterlife. What he performed first time, April 26th, and then got emotional, I guess, on that. I haven't watched it all. And then April 27th, he really got choked up, where he, like, I think it was a real emotion he had, because he's sick and but then he's able to go on with his life. So he had a moment of maybe feeling something when he's performing this song. Is directly kind of related. And then he just lives his life like nothing, like, being happy, joking around, going on tour, partying. Says something's missing from inside of me. Someone stole what wasn't mine. The devil told me you were good for me. My mother told me he would lie. What doesn't kill you waits for later. What tries to keep you alive fails. I thought a girl would make me happy. Real love is not for sale. So I'll buy what I can as I try to pretend. Something else is making me cry when you cross the line. I'm still by your side. I crossed it with you. And when I die, you're holding the knife. I'll love you from the afterlife. From the afterlife, from the afterlife. I love you from the afterlife. What good is walking on water with a sinking feeling? What good is a kiss without meaning? It won't stop from me bleeding. It won't stop me from bleeding. I said that all backwards. But I'll buy what I can as I try to pretend something else is making me cry when you cross the line. I'm still by your side. I crossed it with you. And when I die, you're holding the knife. I'll love you from the afterlife. Okay. All right. So let's look at some of his. This is David's Closet. A lot of this going to be music. So I've got to be careful because I'm not going to play much of his music, but I just kind of want to look. I want to find like around April, May. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mute it right now. And then that's August. I just want to see what I'm just curious to see if there's any signs of like anything, you know. This is July. Ew. I can't. This is May. Whoa. Oh, to be tossed, white rose from David. I mean, you just get rid of her and then just, oh, let's just go on my world tour. I can't stand her. Wait, when was these from? July.
Is that your favorite game ever?
Of all time, online, yes.
Okay.
Single player, no.
Okay.
Single player, best game of all time for me, in my opinion, Uncharted 4.
Oh,
And
Uncharted
The Last
4.
of Us. the
Last
first
of Us.
Part 1.
Are you watching the show?
No.
You're against the show or?
Very against the show.
Oh, interesting.
No,
We'll have to get into that.
I'm such like a big gamer. I respect Neil Druckmann and the team's decision to make that live action, but they changed a lot of stuff in the show that I didn't want changed.
Oh,
storyline wise, so I was like, nah, I'll just stick to my game.
That's what I keep hearing.
What's the best Fortnite season?
Good question.
OG season 3 to 5.
So we're talking about games. Do you play Super Smash Bros?
I dabble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Mega Man.
All right. I gotta remember how far down I go in the.
Are you the face of VanLift?
Yeah, actually, I think if you look it up, the website up.
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out to
hilarious.
VanLift.
Well, he really is the like when I said the face. He's
Not anymore, David.
Are you the face?
When you,
of
see, when you
VanLift?
murder somebody, you lose everything. Yeah, including your freedom. How far did I go? Now oh, that was right there, right?
He's so sweet. He let me be in his recent music video.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, 1 degree closer to everybody. So sweet. He's incredible.
Yeah,
you
he's
guys.
super talented.
I was just listening to your guys' song together earlier.
Oh yeah, did you like
You're
it?
both so talented.
Thank you. I love
And
his
you have-
music, so I was
yes.
really excited that he wanted me to get on his
You're both people who have a very distinct sound.
Mhm.
Like you
Oh, that's
hear
that
the
Callie.
voice or the melody, like you immediately imagine you guys. He's so sweet.
I never even heard of that Caliuchis or whatever until this case. He performed with her. So ew, I bet you they're saying a different thing now. David performing Afterlife. Afterlife Live is the most beautiful thing you'll listen to today. Yeah, how do you feel about that now? This is April or May. Sorry. This is May 5th. This was posted.
And Steve have songs. Yeah, I was in the studio with him a lot last year.
Wait, what do you learn from working with him?
How to not care, how to not be precious with music. Like, that's why I was able to kind of just be super proactive and make songs and making what I feel. Steve just makes what he feels. If he doesn't feel it tomorrow, he doesn't feel it. Like, it's just that easy. To be precious with your art is to be precious with your art, but then there's also an aspect of it that's like, I know that I can make something better than this. And it's also self-improvement as well. Steve is the most self-improving artist of all time. He's like, every day is something better. And if he doesn't feel like what he made yesterday is as good as what he made today, today is the priority. Like, that's just how it goes with him.
Steve Lacy?
We have songs. Me and Steve have songs. Yeah, I was in the studio with him a lot last year.
Wait, what do you learn from working with him?
How to not care, how to not be precious with music. Like, that's why I was able to kind of just be super proactive and make songs and making what I feel. Steve just makes what he feels. If he doesn't feel it tomorrow, he doesn't feel it. Like, it's just that easy. To be precious with your art is to be precious with your art, but then there's also an aspect of it that's like, I know that I can make something better than this. And it's also self-improvement as well. Steve is the most self-improving artist of all time. He's like, every day is something better. And if he doesn't feel like what he made yesterday is as good as what he made today, today is a priority. Like, that's just how it goes with him.
Steve Lacy?
We have songs. Me and Steve have songs. Yeah, I was in the studio with him a lot last year.
Wait, what do you learn from working with him?
How to not care, how to not be precious with.
No, I'm asking you these comments that you just sent me of decay. Where's that from? You said go to Stephen's or David's prayers. Is that where that's from? Wait, yeah, I'm confused. Where is this under? Oh, wait, you said TikTok. His Twitter. Hold on, Twitter. There's an interesting thing where remember that whole decay thing when he was spamming decay? That was April 2. We on his Discord too. Remember decay. And I guess he has it on his Twitter too, right? You said? Hold on. I still call it Twitter. I don't know. I can't get used to calling it X for some reason. It's Twitter. Is that where that's at? Hold on, let me see. Okay, but where? Hold on, guys. I don't know. I'm confused, but I'm gonna keep. I don't know.
What part of this album was actually?
What do you want to see on Twitter though? I'm really lost. I don't get it. I thought that Decay was on Twitter. I know on Discord he's spammed. I thought that comment thread was from Twitter. I thought that's what. Haven't posted media in a minute. Hold on, guys. I'm seeing if there's anything interesting on his Twitter too. But let me go to a next one. Here, let me actually. The crowd got hype when David performed Worthless at the Withered concert. This is April 27th. This was posted. My house is not a home. April 27th. So this is right when his beginning of his tour. I'm just seeing if there's anything like not music where we could watch from April.
The Fortnite, bro, for giving me the locker bundle. I've been waiting for this for so long, bro. You guys don't understand. I was playing this game. Been playing this game since 2018. I actually started in season 2. I started playing Christmas season 2. And I was like, yo, I want to be as good as Ninja. When Ninja was the best player, I was like, yo, I want to be as good as Ninja. I want to get my own locker, but I want my own skin. Now we got our own locker, but we're so close to getting the skin, bro. Fortnite, yo, Epic Games, yo, thank you. I love you, Epic Games. Thank you. We get the skin. It's going to be a monumentous moment. Monumented moment. Yes, I'm so hyped, bro. Bro, I just want to say big shout out to Fortnite, bro.
No, I'm just trying to find things around April. That's what I was just doing. I was just seeing what he posted in April. Oh, he's wearing that shirt again. Oh, wait. Did he play at Coachella? No, this would have been, well, It was posted on the 24th. Whoa. Let me see what chat's saying. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to. Let me see what you guys are saying. Who knew about him before the news? I didn't. I know. You guys, that's a good question. Put a 1. I should do a poll. Hold on. Let me do a poll because I want to know who knew about him before this. Probably nobody. Because you have a bunch of kids, like, because most of us in here are probably adults. And he all hit, like, most of his fans are probably freaking kids. Oh, he did play at Coachella. Wait, I didn't even know he played there. I knew he went. I didn't realize he played. Okay, I'm an idiot. He wasn't on the poster, though. I didn't see him on that poster. Was it like a pop-up? Like he just went up like spontaneous? Because I don't think he was on that poster. Because I feel like I looked because I was like, did he play there when oh, well, it doesn't matter, but he did. It looks like he played one song there maybe. Or wait, at Coachella weekend 2. I don't know. Who knows? I can't. I can't.
Bro, I went to the studio for the first time, and my team was like, "Oh, we're gonna put you in a studio. We're gonna put you in front of this great mic. You're gonna be so good. You're gonna be the next superstar." Blah, blah, blah. I go in there, and the engineer's trying to make me sound like a rapper. I'm like, "Dude, I'm not a rapper. Can you please like?" I showed him the BandLab vocal chain. I'm like, "Yo, can you do this with the EQ? Do this with the compressor? I want the reverb to sound like this. I want to put a little bit of room on it, medium ambience, all that kind of stuff." Eventually, I got so frustrated. I got so fed up. I told bro to get out. I told him to get out. Kicked the engineer out the studio. I went inside the booth. And then I sat down in front of this $8,000 Norman mic, and I just recorded the entire song I wanted on my phone in that studio. Half the new album is made on BandLab. I remember I went to the studio for the first time, and my team was like, "Oh, we're gonna put you in a studio. We're gonna put you in front of this great mic. You're gonna be so good. You're gonna be the next superstar."
He thinks he's so cool.
I never fell before.
You fell?
Yeah, nah, bro. I went for the backflip off the riser, and my foot slipped. Oh, well, there it is.
No! How you feeling, bro? I got in the crowd just to try to hype him up.
I definitely got a concussion.
Missed it, bro.
That was crazy. Man, you should have got that on camera, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was the highlight.
Pray to God they didn't get that on camera.
I want them to, because you know all the clips of niggas falling, like Cardi falling off the stage. That's all viral, bro.
I speak for every artist.
Exactly.
It always happens.
I never fell before. I never fell before.
You fell?
Yeah, nah, bro. I went for the backflip off the riser, and my foot slipped. Oh, well, there it is.
No!
Oh, that was where the fall was. Okay, I'm a little lost. I didn't realize and click that he went to Coachella. Now I feel stupid. I should have known that. I thought he just went there as a viewer. I didn't realize he played. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what he has to say about this. This is April 16th. This was posted. Sorry, I don't follow his.
This is amazing. She gave me great advice at that show. She always told me to be myself and, you know, don't let the outward influences kind of influence my music and my art, my passion, and my vision. Don't let nobody take your vision. Your vision is your vision. And she's like the most evident product of that. She's, over the years of her career, just kind of shown her vision and shown how intricate it is and how complex everything is, but how simple it is to execute. And it's so perfect and masterful. So thank you, Scissor, for that advice, and thank you for keeping me going.
Yeah, man, that's coming from an icon.
Scissor's amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up his Discord now real quick where he writes decay, 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 and then we can come back and watch more videos if you want. I just want to see, I'm just trying to watch like around that time, like after maybe what had happened, to see if there's any sign of anything. I mean, probably not, because besides when he was performing the Afterlife, he probably has he could probably just block it out and feel nothing, and there's probably no little crack. I'm just like, is there some little sign that he's feeling either nervous or sad or no? Besides that song, that's it. Not so far. All right, so let me bring up the Discord real quick. Hold on. I'll bring up the Discord in April when he spams the freaking chat. Yeah, I want to know that too. Because I don't think, unless if I just didn't see it. Hold on. Man, my eyes twitching, guys. If I pull this up and he's on there, I'm gonna be annoyed. He probably is, and I just missed it. Dude, my eye is twitching. don't see it yet, but I still might be overlooking it. Hold on. Or it could be an impromptu thing. Deftones. Are you guys seeing his name? Huh. So if I just keep missing it, I don't know why I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. Must have been some impromptu thing. Okay. Oh, wait, there was freaking 3 of them? How many weekends of Coachella is there? That was 2 of the weekends. I didn't realize there was another weekend of Coachella. Yeah, right. He was this one of the side stage. Oh, okay. He was probably booked after that was sent out. They do that with smaller artists. Oh, okay. Thanks, Veronica, for clarifying that. I was a little confused. Okay. Let me go into his place and let's go Decay. I'm going to try to find it because you can't put in a date. It doesn't really find it. You have to, or did we figure out how to, hold on. Because I feel like you have to put in just the name or user. I forget. Oh, wait, no, I think we did figure out how to put a date. Hold on. User after pin decay. No, I guess you can't. So you can just put in user mentions. Oh, you can put before a specific date, during a specific date. Okay, let's see. Because once we get into, hold on, guys, I'll share my screen in a minute. I'm just, okay, hold on. That wasn't working, so let me just put in decay. Not user mention. No. I don't want any of that. Okay. Hold on, guys. Well, I guess I could just scroll down with you guys. I'm just going to do it this way. It shouldn't be that much scrolling. All right, hold on. Let me, all right, I'll do it like that. Well, David bought. Oh, in the halls where whispers fade, echoes like hollow prayer. Each digit a step in time is drawn as deeper and deeper in decay. We're in May right now, so deleted user writes decay on May 20th, 2025. David bot. What is the David bot though? How does he have control of that? Because this says David bot. Decay on May 18th. Now I know in April he spams it, you'll see, but we're working our way down to April. And I just noticed that. I'm not sure what the bots, how that works. I'm just learning. I'm just learning Discord. I'm liking it. I'm slowly learning different things as I, screw up on the stuff I'm working on. It took me a while to figure out how to invite people into private chats, but I'm learning. Deleted user at May 9th says decay. David bot. Ben responds decay to David bot. Can somebody help me on what a bot is? I'm going to look that up once I find, give me a minute. Once I find April's decay spam, I'm going to go Google who controls the bots? Like, how do they control them? This deleted user keeps putting decay, and I know it's a song, but it's just weird considering. you'll see how many times he spammed it. Hold on. If you weren't at the live, my last live, just wait. He just like puts decay over and over. Look up decay and decay, a lot of decay. It's fake? Huh? What's fake? I wanted decay. Okay, here's April. A mod for Discord. Yeah, it's probably like Nightbot. But what I'm saying is for them to write decay, is David or a mod like programming it like when it's to do the decay? Because it's probably like Nightbot, right? For YouTube. But Nightbot, you do commands for what you want it to say. Or you could have it like say things at a certain time. So my question is who's controlling that bot? You know, and what are the ins and outs of how that is controlled? It's probably similar to Nightbot. I just don't know exactly the specifics, like if it's who could do the commands. Is it just, can the mods do them, or is it like that? It is, Veronica. I know. I'm starting to learn it. It is. Okay. David, here we go. April 29th, decay. So hold on, let me scroll up and then go back because it goes backwards. So I'm going to scroll down a few pages and then we'll see when he starts it. Hold on. Like you're seeing all these decays, but we're going to go up in order. Hold on. Just give me 1 minute. See, but hold on, I'll go slower once I want to see where he starts doing it and then go in order so you can kind of see. That might be, it might have just started right then. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, yeah, that's the last. Okay, so here we go. Where he spams it. What is that? What is this right here? Mimi. Today, you say communication is key, but you're inside your head last night. You're retracting a sickness. What? You're retracting a sickness. This is March 21st? See, I don't even know how this is set up here. You will not be all right. I cannot force you to breathe, but I can lead you to a fresh air, a place where your worries grow dim. You find peace in the darkness, overcasting your sins. Did you get enough love, my dove? Please do not fly away. I understand acceptance is hard. Give it time, love. Just one more day, one more darling. Your sickness has grown into a flame. What had simply been a sick thought in February is now yearning your pain. I'll be okay. No need to worry. The darkness and emptiness isn't so bad after a few days, love. Please run to me. Run, your illness is making us decay. Oh, is that the decayed lyrics? Is it today at 5:28 a.m.? I'm trying my hardest. I really am. I see that, my love. Focus on me. Focus. Your sickness is now nothing but a blaze. Praying for death and counting down your days. You yearn for more. Even as you watch me fall apart, please, my love, I'll follow you with that dark. I'm hurting inside. Am I empty too? A sickness so familiar. Have you been here too? A light catches my attention, hypnotizing in a sense, blinding, but soothing to my soul. Although it feels gnawing and dense. Today at 5:37 a.m., where do you take me, friend? It's been months since we've started. I'm weak and weary. My sickness makes me cold-hearted. Hello, my love. Who are you? What have you done to my dove? Flown away into a blaze full of malice and numb. Return, my love. Return. The darkness has overcasted all light. I can't find what I yearn. My sickness has grown hollow. Where's the love I used to know? The darkness no longer feels scary. Where have you gone? Please, my eyes bloodshot, my words pitiful. When will you hear my cries, love? When will you learn? My lips quiver in despair. My lungs numb as the breathing slows down. My illness has overcome me. All I wanted to do was to find my love. My brain disintegrates, my body grown pointless, searching for something I would never be able to find, purposely hiding in the darkness. I don't even know what that is. I am going to look up the Decay lyrics. I have no idea. What is that? Anyway, let's go up here. That was March 21st. Oh, that's from 2023. But Mimi, so I don't know why. This is the thing I'm confused about. When like these things come up out of order, I don't even know what half of it means. Like these weird, like sometimes they'll have lists and all numbers beside it. I'm slowly learning. Oh, it probably is. Well, this says, give me the lyrics to Decay. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. I needed to click on, I'm sorry, I needed to click on 8. I wanted to go from up. Okay, look, 429, Decay, 509, Decay, Decay, Decay. No, it's only 2 from him. So 2 in a row, and then 3, all at 509. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 at 509, 510 Decay again. Now everybody's repeating it, and he just keeps repeating it. Another one at 510 Decay. But I wanted to see, that was confusing me here. Right here. Okay, here's where it starts. 509 Decay. And then it from before that it's weird. Oh, I guess the before that the time before that was mentioned was in 2023. So that word decay wasn't in any of the chat until from 12/9/2023, and then the next time was April 2025. That seems a little odd considering this group of people. Anyway, so he starts at 509 spamming Decay, but people are responding Decay, so it's probably feeding into it. So he's like repeating it, Decay, Decay, and then so we saw that the Decay. Now we're at, so at 5/9, 5/10. I'm just going up from bottom to top because that's how it goes. So that's that guy that was in the videos with him. I think this is that guy that's in a couple videos with him. So anyway, everybody's doing Decay, 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 Decay. Let's see when does David do it again? Here we go. 510. So this is like in the matter of minutes. All those decays started at 509, and we're only a minute now into it, and everybody is just doing Decay, Decay. David's already done it how many times a minute? So I don't know. I mean, I know, like I said, it's the song, but it's still. Okay, let's see. Decay, 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 Decay. Okay, let's see how many more he does. Here's another one, 516. Okay, he says, I'll be back. Remember, if we get top 10, then we can decay. And then he writes Decay again. And then he writes Decay again. And then he writes, somebody. So Snitch Pikachu says, is Decay a song name or something? He asked David. Because he's probably like, why is everybody writing Decay? Is it a song name or something? Let's see if David responds to that. So they're still writing Decay, 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 Decay. I'm decaying it right now. Decay on me, Decay, Decay. I'm seeing when hit David's next one. He doesn't, there's none on this one. Let's see. So yeah, doesn't look like. He might be done with the Decay spamming. I forget. Has he come back? A lot of deleted users. I wish I knew who the deleted users were. David Bot. So does he wonder if he commands the bot to start doing it? You know, because the bot has to be somewhat controlled. Either you do it ahead of time or you do it, command it in the moment. Decay into nothing, the bot says. Do we have a specific date for decay? Decay is the quiet betrayal of time. This is the David bot. Slowly unraveling all things beautiful until even memories crumble to dust. So somebody had to put that in the bot to relay it. So was it him controlling it or can the mods? Like for me, mods can command the stuff, but I'm the one that puts the commands in. So like they only have the control of making them pop up, but they're not writing what's in each command. I do that. But David, he might have a team that he lets other people do stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how he has it set up, but decay. Two's decay. Okay, so that might be about all the spamming. Let me see. One more page. This is the last page. For decay, I mean. This David bot says, beneath the soil, all silence stays. Bones cradle, the whispers of forgotten days. What once bloomed bright now turns to gray. Feeding the roots in slow decay. That's probably a part of the lyrics. I'm going to look up the lyrics in a minute. In halls where whispers fade, 444 echoes like a hollow prayer. Each digit a step in silence, drawing us deeper into decay's cold stare. Decay back into the soil to help grow another plant to continue its life cycle. Okay, David. Decay isn't the name of it. Somebody says some weirdo on SoundCloud called it Decay. David said Decay in the server, but he was trolling. It's rather on the new Withered Deluxe Decay or on a matter of time. When the F Decay dropping? Decay is not the name of the deluxe. We decay so slow. These are just people talking back and forth. He's only been on tour for a month and they said the body was decaying. Oh, now we're 9/9/25. So this is after it was announced. Ben says he's only been on tour for a month and they said the body was decaying. So and then he said bodies decay pretty fast, twin. Sophia says, but the body was impounded like 2 days ago, and the body is easy to decay for a week. I think someone impounded it and put the body in. This is Sophia, his mod, on 9/9 is saying, I think someone impounded it and put the body in. Cause putting it in impound and in the trunk, it's easy to like hide the evidence. So right there, she's thinking like, oh, he was framed pretty much. Like somebody else put it in. I think that's what she's saying. Like this, whoever impounded it, put the body in it. You know, like somebody from the impound lot or something. That's what I'm taking from it. And then Ben says, if the body was vacuum sealed, decaying time could be much longer. Wow. Hey, Ari. Kalohi. Yeah. Well, yeah. So the decay, I know when they said 71 pounds, I think it was. It's like, wow, that's skinny. And I think that's another thing in my head where I thought, oh, it is partial remains because she weighed more than 70 pounds, right? Hey, Emily. Okay, let me just look up the lyrics real quick. Wait, maybe it isn't a song, Decay. I thought it was a song. Is it not a song? I guess it's not. There's no Decay lyrics. I can't find any. So it's not a song? What the heck is it? Isn't that what? So it's not even a song. What the heck? It says Decay is the title of a social media post made by David on X, formerly Twitter, on April 30th, 2025. It is not a known official song title in his released discography. The term decay is relevant to the recent news surrounding the artist as a badly decomposed body of a missing 15-year-old. That's weird. So it's not even a freaking song? What the heck, David? Okay, let's look at his Twitter. That's what RIA told me to look at. Okay, Twitter. So they have some stuff on this here because. All right, let's see. I want to go to April. See, Twitter's another thing I don't use a ton. Like, can you put in a date? Like, how can I put in a date to go? Twitter's probably the least thing that I use for like research, to be honest. Like when stuff like this happens to look into people, that's about it. So I don't know how to if you could search by date. Let's see. Now that Invincible FVS is finally announced, I can say it's going to be insane. It was an honor to play the game early. I'm excited to see how much it progresses. Yeah, you screwed it up. You're not going anywhere. May. Here's May. Listening 11 to 11. Here, let me make it a little bit bigger. Listening to 11 on repeat right now. He writes May 31st. This might be my best song. May 30th. Street saying to drop more. Let's do it. Flood in your ears. You all like the bonus tracks, do you? Out now, everyone. Let's get this deluxe rolling. Love you. That's May 30th. Let's play Fortnite later and listen to the 2 songs that precede my deluxe. Dropping in 20 minutes. Very cool. And then on May 29th, he says, Lady Gaga is genuinely amazing. Oh my God. Anime waifu need. I will tolerate no Benson Boone hate amongst my fan base, please. I love him and his music. We spread love and positivity only. Really. K-pop is the best music genre. I'm presenting at the Anime Awards today. Oh, you're so cool. Wow. I just need to meet stray kids now. Where's Hunyan and Felix? And then May 22nd, so he says, yay, 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 yay. So good to see David today. The P1 Harmony says, from Government Ball to M Countdown. Congrats, boy next door. My first South Korean TV appearance, i.e. thanks for M Countdown. I stan everyone on here. Okay. Just made Decide Part 2. I'm nostalgia baiting hard, but these songs sound so good. Forget the deluxe. I'm a full-time cosplayer now. Oh my Lord. Wait, that counts as another snippet. So now we're on May 14th. It says there's a special reason that this song doesn't count, LMAO. You'll know soon. No snippets. Y'all got like 80% of Withered before it came out. You and I, Part 2, sounding glorious. My goodness, I'm back. I can't even fathom how crazy this is, bro. Y'all are insane. I love you. WTF. And he posts, and its first week, David's album Withered debuted at number 13 on Billboard 200 chart with 30,000 units sold. This debut is considered the second best performance for a debut album on the Billboard 200 chart this week, according to Hollywood Reporter. The album is also notable for being almost entirely recorded on an iPhone. Dude, wait, I forgot to share one of the screenshots. that RIA sent me. Why can't I say that? RIA CIA. It's like my mouth doesn't want to say it. Okay, hold on. I just remembered about his dad getting a new phone. Says, so this is his dad, local. So his dad got a new phone in, wasn't it May? Hold on. 5 months ago. Macy, one of the store managers, provided exceptional customer service and helped me with my new iPhone, provided great support in migrating. So RIA was kind of suspicious of this. The point is, like, did he have something on his phone? Like, was he aware what happened? Why did he get a new phone around May? And could he have helped his son? I don't know. Maybe. What's this? Oh, this is that.
Hold on, y'all about to see a real rapper. Hold on. What's the Terraria? Ooh, Terraria? Ooh, you should go play some Terraria. Ooh, I'm gonna pull up to your area. Ooh, and I'm gonna spray the whole area. Ooh, she said I'm leasing for the clout. Ooh, what is your career even about? Ooh, you think I'm leasing for the clout? Ooh, you don't even know how to stop. Oh, God.
Is he being serious? That's horrible.
Put a poll up. Put a poll up. Put a poll up. Who won that? Put a poll up. Put a poll up. Oh, God.
Ew, no, that was horrible. Is he serious? Oh, this is when he freaked out about, oh my God, Justin Bieber followed me. Hold on, I gotta find that video now that we see this. I stood up and applauded. Justin Bieber started following David on Instagram. Bieber Vault posted that? What? Hold on, I gotta find that. Oh my gosh. I was gonna put it in, my eyes twitching. I was gonna put it in this file because I was going through my files right before I went live, and I came across that, and I was like, I should put it in this file to play. And I was like, no, I won't need to play that, but I kind of want to play it again. So I'm gonna play this until I find it. Hold on. I'm a Neo. Stop it. No. Ew, it hurts my ears. Why does he do that? It's small. It's too bad, guys. Ugh, I can't. I can't take it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, here it is. I found it. Here, this.
Bro, you guys don't like JB like I like JB, bro. When Justin Bieber followed me, bro, I pissed myself. I pissed my pants. I'm so serious. You guys don't like JB like I like JB, bro.
Okay. So, yeah. Justin Bieber. Sure, he unfollowed you now, buddy. He's not going to be following you anymore. What the F happened in the David Com? Bro, I was asleep. That's May 11th. Streaming FNCSRN pull up, bro. So this is May 10th. Me and Twin off a meter. Thank you guys. Love you, DM. What's this? Doesn't exist. Okay. Huh. Withered has been out for a week. Is it aging well or what? I wanted to be slammed so bad back then. Good times. Okay. Forgot ab this one, y'all. Want it or nah? I'm trying to make it track list. Gosh. What it sounds like a chipmunk. What does he just turn up the pitch? Why does it sound like that? This was the OG you left me with. What do you guys think about Decay not being a song? That even makes it more suspicious. Why was I thinking, oh, he's promoting his new song? It's not even a freaking song. Why was he freaking spamming that? That's horrible. I mean, I think that it is relevant. Like, that was in April, the end of April. He's spamming Decay, and everybody thinks it's a song. I looked it up. There's no song. What the heck? Discord informed me that I had a new 11 p.m. at the wrong pitch. I had the new 11 p.m. at the. This one feels right, y'all. It's still too high. So now we're on April 30th. It says 3 years. That's crazy. Gonna revive some more G rails. Collaborators, David. It's 2022. Also, Withered is so close to top 10. You should tune in and buy. 11 p.m. new. Oh, hold on, let me just. April 30th. Currently brainstorming how to make a rage song make sense for my sound. I want at least one mosh pit for tour. Don't gotta worry about that anymore, do ya? Oh yeah, there's 2 versions. Which one speaks to you? Wait. What version of I'm in Love are we even getting? Both versions are amazing. Where's the sound to this? Oh, I don't really care. All right, well, let me just skip through this stupid. These are April. Says, for everyone that's been around since Petals to Thorns era, does Withered feel like a far departure from that sound or an appropriate step up from it? And what does a perfect deluxe sound like to you as listeners? Okay. Hold on, I'm just trying to. 3 different flows in 60 seconds. Man, I love music. Is that Josh right there? That manager? Doesn't it look like him? His manager? Or Josh Marshall or whatever. My album out now. Thank you all. Love you all. That's April 25th. Okay, I'm gonna scroll kind of fast. Thank you, Benson Boone. David versus David Stats boxing match, April 25th. So now we're on April 16th. Training for the next one, April 13th. Okay. All right, let me go back to his other stuff.
He came up to me during the Streamy Awards and said my reaction to his song changed his life forever. I reacted to his one of his songs. My reaction to his song went crazy, and his life changed. And now he is 3-time platinum with this song. Why does fucking Casanat got a plaque? For those who don't know, bro, he came up to me during the Streamy Awards and said my reaction to his song changed his life forever. I reacted to one of his songs. My reaction to his
Kai, really him, man. God bless. What? So he probably, yeah, because that guy's probably got a lot of people watching him, huh? Ken is Itami confirmed. So April 3rd. April 4th, he says, I just be trying fully comprehend how crazy it is that Fortnite led to this whole music thing. Like, what the actual fudge God is really him. All right, so let me go back because now we're on April 1st. Summer coming up. I can't keep you all too sad for that. Stay prayed up. Good idea. Let's see. I don't do April Fools. Cardi really inspiring the F out of me right now. I have so much music. If y'all go crazy on Withered, I'm so down to drop a double tape on y'all. And okay, so let me go back to some of. When is this first one? This one started, yeah, this was 10/14, 2024.
Hey everybody, it's David here. Today I'm gonna be talking about sin and God's forgiveness.
I can't, and it just annoys
What's up,
me.
everybody? It is David here, and today I'll be talking about not being ashamed to follow God, not creating unnecessary false idols in your life, and the struggles of spreading the gospel and how to spread the gospel.
What does he think he's doing?
What's up, everybody? It is David here. We are back. I know I haven't posted in a minute. I was on tour, but tonight I just wanted to share some verses with you guys and give you some biblical insight on what God says about your circle and the company you keep around you. I'm going to be reading from.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna listen to all of it.
Hey guys, I know I
I
haven't
just
posted on
wanted to
this.
see if we listened to that already. What's this one?
What's up, everybody? It is David here. We are back.
It's September 1st, but I watched that in my last live, so let's watch something else. These are just David clips, so I'm sure I don't know, it could be him or it could just be a fan posting stuff. I never know. What do you guys think? Because sometimes fans will create sites for their people that they like, and then they'll post clips. So I'm not sure. That doesn't have a sound. This sounds crazy.
She's on my a special human, man. We are blessed to have you on this earth, JB. You're him, Brody. Brody, you're him, Brody. I never doubted you for a second. I was waiting on it. I was DMing you. I was like, yo, send me some Skylark shoes. But then you dropped the album on me. I was like, oh, listen, I'll pay for the Skylark now. I'm gonna pay for the Skylark. I'm gonna order it right now. I'll pay for it now. Don't send it to me for free. I'm gonna pay for it. JB, you are a special human, man. We are blessed to have you on this earth, JB. You're him, Brody. Brody, you're him, Brody. I never doubted you for a second. I was waiting on it. I was DMing you. I was like, yo, send me some Skylark shoes. But then you dropped the album on me. I was like, oh, listen, I'll pay for the Skylark now. I'm gonna pay for the Skylark. I'm gonna order it right now. I'll pay for it now. Don't send it to me for free. I'm gonna pay for it. JB,
What the heck? Is he a kid? I mean, are you like 2? I don't get it. Why are these? It looks like Asia is just. I feel like she don't like him. I bet she's just hanging out with him because he's famous and she gets to do things. Look, her face all the time around him is like, what is this? Why? What am I doing with this idiot? Why would any adult want to hang out with this kid? No wonder why there's all little kids. He's a freaking immature idiot. I can't stand him.
It's one thing to perform behind
JB.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't. I guess I should calm down a little bit, but I'm just really confused. The appeal, but I bet you it is just a bunch of little kids because I can't see like even 20-year-olds. Now, maybe some of them might like his music because everybody has different taste in music, but I mean, like his personality. I mean, if anybody like watches his stuff, I feel like it might turn them off from even wanting to listen to their music. I don't know. I just feel like Asia, I don't think she really digs his personality either, in my opinion. I don't know. Just her faces when she's with him, it doesn't even seem like it's almost like she seems like she's embarrassed, like embarrassed about how he's acting. At least that couple of videos I watched with him, it's like she's almost like, oh my God, embarrassed. What are you saying?
It's one thing to perform behind the mic or in front of a camera. It's another thing to do it on stage. What was that boot camp like?
It was crazy. I mean, having no prior knowledge of any concert, any show, my parents never took me.
No, you're allowed to be excited, Faith, but that was it's a weird, the way he was getting excited was weird. It was like it's almost like a very childish way, the way he was getting excited. I'm not saying to be excited. Of course you could be excited that one of your idols is following you. It wasn't about that he was excited. It was about the way he was showing his excitement. You know what I'm saying? It was like how a little kid would show it, and not even like a cute little kid way. It was like one of those annoying kid ways in a way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. One where he's screeching? Why was I faithful? I don't know. Was it on the clips or the David prayers? I'm not sure.
Any concerts, and having my first show be my own show was probably the best way I could have approached live shows, because I didn't have any other influence on how I performed. It was like so raw, and the crowd was like, okay, we're just rolling with it. And there was so many technicalities and technical issues with that show. Like we had a guitar string break, like the sound went out multiple times. It was low-key chaos, but I handled it in a kind of such a professional way that kind of prepared me for the things to come with being on stage in front of 20,000 people with SZA, and then going on these big headline tours and playing festivals, and then Coachella, and then being able to, you know, turn a backflip gone wrong into a positive thing. And it's just so many things prepared me for those big moments, and I'm just so grateful that it happened the way it did.
It's one thing to
And then also like on that Where's My Huzz? First of all, the title and the whole concept of that is very like 10, 12-year-old-ish type humor. And then how he acts on that Where's My Huzz channel, and he always talk about digging in your butt and stuff. It's like listening to like maybe an 8 to 12-year-old kid like acting like real like, oh, you're gonna dig in your butt or like that kind of stuff. It's so weird. Like it's just very like, I wonder if he was stunted because he was homeschooled. Because it seriously is like you're watching like a 10-year-old or maybe 12, I mean possibly 12-year-old, but not a 20-year-old. No, I don't know. I don't know. I played it, but I've been playing a lot, Trina. Was it under his prayers channel or this channel? I played a lot of it. I don't know. I've been playing them so fast.
Strawberry Uncrustables. Oh my God. More honey Uncrustables. More honey Uncrustables. More grape Uncrustables. More Uncrustables. 2 liters of Sprite. Strawberry Uncrustables. Oh my God. More honey Uncrustables.
Justin Bieber rated it. I'm sure that'll be copyrighted sometime.
My ears. I'm in heels.
I'd let this crack my buns if he seen me. Oh God. Yeah, bro. You got it, bro. Should we look at the chat? Let's see if they leak some bullshit. Hey, if you leak some bullshit, you're getting banned.
Let's go Japan and eat some sushi. Hop on a train and see my Fuji. Stop saying you're gang and call me Pookie. Let's watch the sunset like the movies. Let's go.
Did the nerves go away pretty quickly, or was that something you had to work through? Because, you know, it's like I said,
Who
it's
is
one
this
thing when
guy
you may have,
looking to?
you see that 20,000 at the bottom of your Twitch screen, right? But it's not the same thing as 20,000 people standing in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been nervous. The ideology that I go with is they know my songs already, so
they're fans.
They're the fans out there. They're the background dancers, the background singers. Like they are a part of the show. This is an experience. I don't call my concerts. They're shows because the fans are involved in it too. So yeah, I've never approached a show like, oh, I'm scared. I don't know what they're gonna think. Like, nah, the songs speak for themselves. The music is great. The performance is gonna be greater. It's like it is what it is. I'm in contact.
As I try to pretend something else.
I can't. I just want to see. Yeah, I don't want to lose my live chat. I'm just seeing if. Yeah, it's all him performing.
Thing becomes that big. Were you worried for a second that you're like, God, is that going to overshadow my career? Am I going to have to make my music that sounds like, or was it more like a validation that you could do whatever you wanted and it was going to work out?
Not at all, because I made a backup. Here With Me was the backup song. If people didn't rock with the dark song, I got this happy vibe for all the couples and the weddings. I don't care how long it takes, as long as I'm with you, I got a smile. Like the happiest song I could ever think of after that, bro. I held that in the vault. I was like, if they don't like Romantic Homicide, I got Here With Me in the pocket. So when I seen that they liked it, I was like, you know what, I'm just throw Here With Me out there anyways. There could be an audience for both of these things, and TikTok it moves so fast. Why not? So I put both of them out, and they both went at the same time. We got the emo kids and the emotional people and the sad people going up on Romantic Homicide, and then we got all the couples going crazy on Here With Me. So I got two different fan bases. Mind you, nobody knows what I look like yet. I haven't posted my face on TikTok yet. What? So it's just these two songs living in two different areas of the internet, and nobody knows who the artist is, and nobody knows who this is, and da-da-da-da-da. It's just completely mysterious and ubiquitous. It was like these songs were just songs. There was no artist.
When you have that kind of success where something becomes that big, were you worried for a second that you're like, God, is that going to overshadow my career? Am I going to have to make my music that sounds like, or what's your recommendation? What are you gaming right now?
Right now, I'm playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, of course, a lot of Warzone. I'm still playing Rainbow Six Siege and Fragpunk. That's the game.
This Is How It Feels featuring Leve. This is something like out of a Broadway musical.
Oh, so great.
Where did the idea for that song come from? Was that you going, I want to do something that sounds like a musical?
Honestly, yeah. So me, Leve, and our good friend Spencer Stewart, who produces all her stuff, and he's an amazing producer, we were just like trying to figure out what the perfect collaboration between me and Leve would be. We have similar styles, but she's more on the jazz kind of classical side.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if the lyrics and the vibe of this song just sounds like a high school play, or like High School Musical, or like teen rock, and like just stuff like that, like Disney, real Disney stuff. And she was like, okay, I like that. So the first line in mine is sitting on the bleachers alone, waiting for the bell to ring. Like it's the most school stuff ever. And she was vibing with it, and she kind of put that same exact vision into her verse, and the chorus kind of felt like that OG animated Disney vibe.
What's the wildest thing that's happened to you on stage?
Someone proposed at one of my shows in Austin.
Hopefully they send you an invite to the wedding.
I want to sing at it. Like, I'm still waiting.
What's the wildest thing that's happened to you?
What do you have in store? One life away, we can't explore. I don't want to get in the way no more.
I feel like with the way.
What do you have?
Dream bigger. How many songs do you have in the bank?
Bro, for the deluxe, I made about 30 more songs for the deluxe.
Wow. And now you have to pick? Or are you adding them all into the deluxe?
I wish I could. Nah, I'm gonna pick a good like 10, 11.
Oh, it's huge amount.
It's still a good. It's like a whole nother project. And
You
I don't want to drop
yet?
snippets, because when I did my main album rollout, I had snippets of everything already out, so it's like people already knew. But now I don't want them to know what's coming out on the deluxe, so I haven't dropped any snippets.
How many songs do you have in the bank?
Bro, for the deluxe, I made about 30 more songs for the deluxe.
Loves to glaze LeBron. He's got so many rings. He's done so many things. Oh.
How did that translate being isolated in education?
Man, it was insane, bro. I can't count the number of times I got in trouble on social media being stupid.
Just trying to find people,
bro.
right? Trying to connect.
I mean, especially in the gaming scene, because like the higher you get in gaming, like it's like based off toxicity. So the more toxic you are, the better, you know. So I'm over here trying to be the cool kid, like being mean to people, doing all this kind of crazy
It's not
stuff.
a business model parents can understand or
Right?
appreciate.
It was a process of finding David, because I used to call myself by my middle name. I used to be Ant. Finding David, moving away from my middle name, being my first name, kind of shows who I was as a person.
How did that translate being isolated in education?
Man, it was insane, bro. I can't count the number of times I got in trouble on social media being stupid.
Have you ever given that any thought, spoken to Justin about that, like what the mentality is behind deciding to sort of educate in a more intimate environment and how that affected the artist you are? Because I'm referring to Billy and Phineas, you know, were homeschooled as well. And I mean, you share a team with them.
It's interesting. No, I haven't talked about it yet. I feel like there's some conscious sauce that I don't want to question at all, right? If I try to crack a code that's not supposed to be cracked, it makes the authenticity go away. But I feel like we've all tapped into something that was birthed from isolation. Not that they were isolated, but I think I definitely was. And that helped me find myself as an individual. And that definitely showed in the music, because I had no influence over my sound. I had no influence over my melodies.
Have you ever given that any thought?
I mean, it's interesting because, you know, 4 years of being homeschooled by myself, and then now having millions of people listen to my voice and some headphones, especially being on tour too and being in front of them. It's a stark contrast, but I've gotten used to it. And I think I appreciate the level of like vulnerability that I have with people that listen to my music, that relate to it too, because it's a connection. It's a universal language. So I think it's something that connects all of us, and it's a beautiful thing too. So I mean, it's
Do you just jump out of the closet when you've made that and just can you not wait to play it to somebody? Do you hold on to it for a little
hold
bit?
on to it, man. I mean, after I make it, I send it to my A&Rs, but after that, it's like I just keep it to myself until it's time to drop.
Do you just jump out of the closet when you've made that and just can you not wait to play it to somebody? Do you hold on to it for a little bit?
Homeschooling has probably been one of the best life lessons of all time for just self-sufficiency. Learning the band lab, it was like I set out to do that myself completely. I started learning how to code by myself. Like when I was in the early stages of homeschooling, I had to do 2 electives for my college credits because when you're homeschooled, you have to kind of just build credits to be able to graduate. So I learned how to code C++ and Java for like 2 years. I was making like little mini games and that was credited towards my graduation. I learned how to build computers, which is also credited to my graduation. So on my gaming PCs, I play games and I build those myself. Like I just love doing things and figuring things out on the fly. Homeschooling has probably been one.
What? Hey. Oh.
The scouts never trip, we never fall.
You were going for a minute, yo. I thought you were gonna start dancing. I was like, okay.
I'm crying.
Oh, we got a street snipe.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know if this is when this happened. I mean, this was posted June this year, but I'm still trying to figure out if this is just some fan putting up clips or is he putting up the clips? What do you guys think?
I'm Levi and I'm Scout. I might just cut you down.
Oh.
These tighten on the ground.
Oh.
He ain't no lost and found.
Oh.
Hey, I'm in a Maybach truck.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm in a Maybach truck.
Oh.
Ooh, all the Titans out of luck. Ooh, all the Titans out of.
Oh. He died. He alive.
I'm Levi.
Oh wait, you got the CD.
Hey.
This is crazy. Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh, she got you a present.
You got me a phone? Oh. Arigato gozaimasu.
W's in the chat.
Please come to Japan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I got you.
Japan for
I
tour.
got you. I
Yeah,
got
tour
you.
in Japan.
I got you. Love you. Love you. Oh.
Excuse me, Mr. Uber driver, sir. Can you play the awesomest J-Rock or some Japanese city pop vibes, please? Am I muted? Excuse me.
My only piece of advice I really got was from SZA when I was on tour, and she just told me to stay true to myself, which is, cliche, but hearing it from someone who has done it and is living proof of being herself the entire way through has kind of just like opened my eyes to a whole new thing because I am an artist that can do every genre at any point in time. And sometimes it's not the right idea and not a good idea to do that, even when you can. It's learning discipline in your own music and learning what to do and what not to do, even when you can do it. It's like when I was making the first 3 versions of Withered, it started out as an R&B project and then evolved into pop because I was listening to too much Sabrina Carpenter, and then it turned into a whole bunch of different things. But then as soon as I heard that from her, I was like, yo, wait, that's not me. I have to go back and listen to my own music and listen to what made me me and go back to BandLab and just like start from the ground up. And that's when it really clicked for me. Was
Wait, no, TMZ said they were thinking spring. Now they're saying January? I know SF Investigates always said January, but you're saying TMZ made an update from the spring one? I don't know. No, I didn't. I mean, I read watched a couple videos and read the article about him being a suspect. Let me see. Oh, I don't know. What are you referring to? The newest one is talking about maybe spring, they're saying. Are you talking about like SF Investigates has been saying January, but now all the people are saying they think something happened in the spring now. So I'm not sure what you're referring to. What? Huh. And well, no, even NBC, it's not just TMZ, NBC and stuff. This new thing of the source is saying that he's a suspect and that they need more. I mean, they're trying to still build a case and they think he like went somewhere in Santa Barbara to some remote location and stayed for a couple hours. So they're thinking maybe sometime in spring something happened. And that he possibly had help because of the way she was dismembered, or how did they word it again? I forgot how they worded it, but they're thinking he probably had help. All right, guys, I might call tonight. I don't feel like listening to him anymore. I'm getting like, ugh. Yeah, SF has been saying for weeks that he thinks January. That's where the January came from, but because the last picture he was able to get from that house, from the phone that he got from that house, because he's the investigator for the owner of the house, was the last proof of life. He said was January, a picture of her. Well, December 31st. Was it that December 30, the one that he released? It's on his Twitter, the one that she was downtown with David. This one right here. So I'll get in a minute. So that's why he was thinking January, but I don't know. The new thing is they're thinking maybe something happened in springtime sometime. So who knows? I guess we'll wait and see. I should have showed this. This is that one where you could see. I think this was Coachella, like one of the Coachella time periods in April, where you could see David sitting here. And then I meant to show this too. And then you could see a girl sitting beside him. And it does appear, I know you could barely make out, but for some reason, like, I feel like that could be Celeste. I mean, I know that you can't really see much, but something about just that blurry figure could possibly be her. It does remind me of her for some reason. And this was April. I know some people like the RIA, they think that something happened like during the Coachella, maybe not during the actual show, but that time of Coachella time, that maybe a big fight happened and something happened. They were saying that before this news came out today about something happening in the spring. But yeah, hold on, let me show you. I was going to bring up that last picture. I don't know. Have you not seen it? What was your name in chat? Was that Lilymon that said it? Lilymon, did you see the last, supposedly like the last picture of her? At least that SF investigates have. Now, we don't know. Maybe the law enforcement, maybe they found some. Who knows? I mean, they're not going to share that with him. So it's just what was left at the house. So, all right, hold on. Let me bring it up. Right here. Oh, wait. Isn't it on that one? Didn't we do that the last live? Wasn't the last live the new pictures or not? Maybe it was the live before. Oh no, the last live was the Valentine's Day. Okay, it was the live before. Hold on. Because I remember some of my files from each live I made, like new files. So it's this one. Hold on 1 second. I guess I could just go to his thing because I can't find which live it was. Oh, here it is. December 30th. No, he did say, wait a minute though. Didn't he say January 2nd he had a picture of her, proof of life? Why don't I remember? Because this is from December 30th. I forget how he worded it. I should look. Did he say this was the last picture of her when he posted that on Twitter? Let me see. Because why am I thinking he said, well, he did say January, but I know this is close to January. Let me see how he worded this real quick. as far as these pictures and what he has. Now, we don't know what law enforcement has, because they're not going to share that with anybody except themselves. I mean, their evidence until it comes out. Okay. So what he said for these, I just wanted to see the wording. There's a photo evidence of them to, okay, yes, there is another one, January 2nd. So he just released, yes, I remember, January 2nd. There's a photo evidence of them together again on January 2nd, which he hasn't released yet. So then I'm sure you guys seen those pictures. I just wanted to see the wording. So this was from December 30th, and then whatever, January 2nd. Did we ever figure out, is that a nose ring right there? And then is that like, you know how people get little tattoos on their, I don't know, it probably isn't, or is that like a dirt or a mark or a bruise or but I always thought this was a nose ring. What do you guys think? Has anybody been saying what this right here? I know it's like not symmetrical, but isn't there some that's like bigger on one side? If not, is it snot? I don't know. My first instinct was it was a nose ring, like one that's like right in the middle. That's true. With this news coming out, dude, they should have. I know, no, because I shouldn't say that, because we were wanting to know, is he a suspect? But dude, why didn't they arrest him then? Because before that they said that he's a suspect, because what the heck? He's going to either take off or what you said on a live, Chloe. They better be watching him. But with that, I mean, I'm sure they don't have eyes inside if he's going to do that. Now they could watch to make sure he doesn't get out. But remember the whole, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Brian from Gabby Petito. What was his last? Brian Laundrie. Remember how he got out? They had eyes on him and they thought it was the mom. The mom was him or whatever, and he somehow got out. So, I mean, even when they do have eyes on him, he could still freaking somehow get out. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. I wanted to tell you Mama JF case took a crazy turn. I don't even know how to explain it, but at the end, the JF is probably getting away with it. I don't remember what JF is. Mama JF. Remind me, JF. Mama JF. Oh, wait. It's on the tip of my tongue. From Frankie? Why am I drawing a blank on her first name? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, I know. I think that's it too. He's so immature that he wouldn't be able to relate to a person his age. I'm not making an excuse. It's still wrong and he still did something wrong. I'm just saying sometimes it's important to understand, different whys of why things happen and just to make it make sense a little bit, but not to give an excuse. This is where it's always very touchy when I try to understand something and people are like, you're making an excuse. There's no excuse. It's like, no, but we want to understand why. There's a reason for everything. We want to like understand why. So it's okay to understand why doesn't mean you understand as in like, you understand that he had to do it. You just understand. I don't even know how to explain it. I guess you just know if you're like on that level of maturity and you understand and you know that you could try to learn reasons why. Like, for instance, if I say like drugs played a part in somebody's decision making, well, I was on drugs and I never killed somebody. It's like, it's deeper than that. Oh, I always have to try to explain it when I say something, but I'm not even gonna do it. Hopefully, if you get it, you get it. If not, you don't. But So yeah, no excuse, but it does. That's probably is a reason why he went for younger women, younger girls. Not an excuse, guys. Just I just hope people don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. Anyway, Jonathan, are you talking about Frankie? Who are you talking about? French name in Canada. Oh, what was Frankie? I was gonna say anything about the J. I don't even know. I didn't follow that case, so I really wouldn't even know. It wouldn't be surprising to me because I don't even know what I don't. Yeah, I don't know anything about that case, and I don't think I ever ended up looking into it. I don't think because it. Wait, what? David's alt account, I believe, has his first few posts around these dates. The songs we picked are in Japanese. I translated them and gave me a weird vibe. The lyrics in one ends goodbye, goodbye. The songs he picked for what? Email me what you're talking about. And you guys know, I didn't see anybody respond to me asking, what do you guys think about that decay not being a song? And him freaking spamming that. That's very weird. I was gonna do a poll, and I remember I didn't get around to finish. What was that, like 20 minutes ago? I was gonna do a poll about how many people heard of him before this. But instead of doing the poll, just so I get an idea, put a 1 if you have, because my ones always mean like yes. So put a 1 if you have heard of David before this, and put a 2 if not. Mine's a 2. I had no idea. I had to look him up. I was like, who? What? Um, and the first thing I watched of him to kind of learn who he was, because the first thing that like kind of popped up was that documentary. It's like a 15-minute documentary or 10 minutes. It's really a short documentary, but that was the very first thing I watched to, when I was trying to figure out who is this David guy. But that's the thing. I learned about it right before I was going on my cruise. And so I think I looked into it a little bit when I was at the airport. And then, I kind of got sidetracked with my cruise. And then, because I stayed in Florida for a couple nights, then we went on a cruise. And then, like, sporadically throughout the cruise, I would like look and see, like, when they updated it and they identified her and stuff. So it was kind of like, when I got done with the night and got a little bit of time at the end of the night, I would look into it. So, so I think I watched the documentary when I was at the airport. I probably like, who is this? What is going on? Yeah, septum. Yep. I know, and I'm not saying that. You're not, then you don't understand what I'm saying. Why does it every time? It's not an excuse, Jake. Everybody's different. Everybody's built different. Everybody has tools and limits and biology. It's just because we say that, okay, that probably is his mentality was probably so immature. Not that everybody that's homeschooled is. But it still could mean that some people that get homeschooled will be immature because they don't socialize. It depends because, some people will still socialize a lot if they're homeschooled. Some people will still be okay. Everybody's different. But him being homeschooled is going to play a part in the choices he makes and who he is, okay? It's not an excuse. I hate having to explain this. Like, do you guys understand when like you try to understand somebody and you're like, oh, maybe that's one of the reasons, that it doesn't mean you're making an excuse, and it doesn't mean that you're saying that if you're homeschooled, you're going to date minors. Like, I guess it's like maybe some people can't think deeper into things. I don't know. Or like, I don't understand. I guess maybe my background is psychology. So that's where my mind goes. I want to understand why. And it's never an excuse. It's never saying that everybody that does, I'm a recovering addict. I'm not a murderer. I would never do that. But it's still important part of of people's lives sometimes of when they make decisions and they do things. But it's not saying like everybody that does drugs is going to do it. No, because we're all different. We all have different experiences. Some people doing drugs can affect them and it can make them not sleep, and it can make them lead to a point where maybe they would have made different choices and not ended up where they were. Now you could sometimes, well, no, because not all psychopaths are murderers either. Some psychopaths are just really successful business people, or you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. If you don't get it, you don't get it, but it's not an excuse. And I know not everybody that homeschools is going to be a murderer. That's silly. And not everybody that homeschools is going to date minors. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I meant. It's not. If you don't get it, that's fine. But that's 100% not what I meant. If you don't understand, I've tried to explain it every time I do a case, and it's just, I get attacked when I try to understand something. And so that's why I'm so defensive, because it's like, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. If I like, put a 1 if you get it, and put a 2 if you think I'm making an excuse. I'm just curious. Like, if you get like trying to know why somebody does something, but it doesn't mean that you're saying everybody that's homeschooled is going to date a minor. I don't know. I just get so defensive because I can't ever just like think the way I like to think and understand the whys and say them to you without having like a handful of people accuse me of making excuses, saying, well, I have a cousin that was homeschooled and they didn't date a minor. I was homeschooled. I didn't date a minor. I used drugs and I didn't kill somebody. I don't even remember what's one. What's one? Oh, if you understand. So David is guilty, doesn't understand. You think I'm making an excuse. Okay. Yeah, I know. So people they just look at it really very like, a handful of people would just like look at it very superficial, like they can't see it deep, and it's just like, you're saying this means this. And like, no, we're so complex. It's not like that, but it is a factor in probably his maturity. And his maturity is a factor in who he probably is attracted to and who he feels like he could possibly, in his situation, control and manipulate, because he's that type that probably wants to control and manipulate it. So he would never be mature enough to go for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You just like, that's the way I think. It's psychology. It's not an excuse. It has nothing to do with minor homeschool people date minors. It's not what it is. It's, if you can't see past it, whatever. All right, I'm going. Bye. Have a good one, everybody.